And I said we should have went for starters. We didn't. But that's not what the problem is. The problem is now. We lost Isak. The problem hasn't started now. The problem started last season. We saw the last 5-6 games after we won the cup and how we're playing football. We won some of them. I told you we won some of them. And after the game, we're on the show. The videos are there. Win, we were lucky. Oh, it doesn't matter. We won the game. Okay, the next game, win, we won. Oh, we're lucky. It doesn't matter. We win. And then after that, lost. We got away with it. Last 15 minutes, thanks to Martinez getting sent off. And we got away with it.
No, we got away with it for 38 games that season.
Nah, we didn't. We got away with it in the last 15 minutes of the last game. And in a way now, I think we shouldn't. We would have had a better season now, probably, if we're in the Europa League. But the thing is, even in the Europa League, would he rotate? He wouldn't. Because even in the early stages of the League Cup, he didn't rotate. He took 8 players with him to City. What did I say about the City game? Drop it. Drop the City game. Focus on Brentford. No.
But you couldn't just, Roy, hold on though. You couldn't just drop a game, man, because that's not.
Yeah.
That's
well,
not
what
feasible,
happened?
man.
Guess what happened that game? He took.
Well,
8
you can argue
young
the game plan.
No, he took 8 young players on a school trip. None of them played.
Well, then that's a criticism. That's a valid criticism. You can use that, of course, but dropping a game, who does that in today's day and age, man? Who
Chris, I'm telling you what. Now I swear on my family, anybody. Real Madrid, Barca, PSG, Bayern Munich. If they lose at home 2-0 and then go to Etihad, you think they're going to come back with something?
Well, Real Madrid, they would. Yeah, what do you mean?
They will not, man. They will not.
Nah, come on, Roy. Yeah, be naive.
But the first 11 smashed them. He smashed them every time.
Yeah, but you don't.
So Eddie Howe thinks I'm going to go there, and he didn't even put the first 11 on. He mixed it up, so he didn't even do the right thing. And then he puts the other lads on. Right. Well, it didn't. And then he didn't use the kids. And then what happened is they're all knackered, and we got against Brentford. The legs are gone after 70 minutes. It brings on Dan Burn when you chasing the game, man. Hall was one of the best players on the pitch, playing on the left. Chucks on the right. He's never played on the right my whole life. Goes on the right. He's gone. You've seen him. He's started whinging, fighting with the ref, gets a yellow card. Dan Burns up there on the wing. Sorry. Maldini.
Hey, be careful what you're doing.
Maldini. Yeah. Maldini on the left. That's what's wrong on the pitch.
With Hall going to right back, it was a case like Trippier was just getting rinsed. I mean, his legs, I don't know if it's his age or too many games in there, but we don't have any other right backs other than Leo Shahar, and we have no idea really as a fan base how good Leo Shahar is. We could gamble, but then he could get torn apart. I mean, if he gets torn apart, do we then
hold on,
criticize not playing Trippier?
But Kevin, I mean, at some point you're going to have to. You can't complain about one thing and then also complain about a possible solution, because clearly a Trippier is not up to speed. Clearly he's lost his legs. Clearly he's no good.
I agree. Yeah.
Well, no good. I mean, I don't want to sound horrible to him. I'm saying no good he's not up to speed for what we expect.
Yeah. I agree.
And so, at some point, man, you gotta do something, man. You can't just think.
Hall right back is better than Leo Shahar right back.
Yeah, but the thing is, Hall left back is better than Hall right back.
Correct, but we don't have any other right backs. You'd rather have Hall right back and Burn left back when you would have Hall left back and Shahar right back, wouldn't you? Because then you've got experience. Of course you would. There's no manager or fan in the world who would prefer Hall left back and Shahar right back over.
Well, you know what I gotta say about that. You know what I gotta say about that. We don't know. We don't know anything. We don't know what would happen if you do this, do that. We don't know. We simply don't know. You know why? Because it never gets tried. Because it feels like.
I think he has tried different stuff recently. Half time, he changed it to have Wissa and Volta together.
That's one thing.
The game before that, in terms of City away, he had a game plan in terms of try and harry and press and counter attack. Granted, it didn't work. Unlucky to concede the first goal, but unfortunately we were outclassed. Liverpool, I thought it was again 5 at the back, slightly different. I think he has tried different things. I think he hasn't just stuck with 4-3-3. We've had 5 at the back, we've had 2 up front, we've had a 4-2-3-1, we've had a 4-3-3. The problem at the moment is it's almost impossible to get any time on the training pitch. And let's be honest, Eddie Howe as a coach is brilliant on the training pitch. His whole time at Newcastle has shown the improvement he can have with players. So the fact that we are now playing 3 times a week consecutively over 3 weeks this month, it is almost impossible to get very good time on the training pitch to improve. You can say that's a criticism of Eddie Howe. You can say that's a criticism of him and say that he should be able to adapt better without training. But this is where we are. We are a growing club at this moment in time. What can we possibly do in terms of? I've been told to shut up because of the super chat. I apologise.
No.
I'll listen to the fans.
Super chat's come first, of course. So Iris says some agree Ed cannot handle 2 games a week, even some on the panel. So with that thought right there, if we do get Europe, does it mean he should go? Need a 2-week game manager shortly. Well, that's the thing. If that's going to be the issue, then I mean, what are the solutions? Either
did not yet. Tino's solution. If everybody's absolutely convinced that we're not going to get Europe this season, surely Eddie is the very manager we need next season.
Probably a good point.
No, well,
we'll only have 1 game a season.
Yeah,
well, just a couple of things, actually. What Kev, you said.
Thank you, Irish Student Assassin, by the way.
Yeah, thanks, Irish.
Thank you.
Yeah, I will shut up in future. Sorry.
No, Kev, you said, time on the training ground. Was this week, after that performance, not the ideal time that Eddie, he was asked this in the presser this morning. Why did he not have the players in yesterday?
You can't run them into the ground. You can't have.
You didn't even have to have them running. You could have had them watching the video saying, this is where we're going wrong. This is where we're going wrong. This is where we're going wrong.
I swear, man.
It's difficult. We might have already looked at them things in previous games. It might not have had an impact which he hoped it had in terms of a reflection or an assessment. Again, when you look at feedback and how feedback is delivered over coaching sessions, either in person, via video, or delayed feedback or instant feedback, we don't know what the players respond best to. Eddie Howe knows that over the last 4 years. Granted, we are unfortunately underperforming right now for the first time in Eddie Howe's tenure. But he'll know how the players respond best to feedback. So for me, it's a question the media obviously have to ask. But in terms of any of us answering it, Eddie Howe's the best qualified to answer that by a mile.
Now, so let me get in there because I want to know everybody's opinion on this particular situation as far as the Eddie Howe that's come out now, that's got the clause out basically, and which I like. Matter of fact, I would like more of it, and not just when we're in a dire situation, but it feels like he's, come out, I don't know if on his own or whoever, to hold on to his seat and say, this is my seat, and I'm the right man to take care of this problem. And, I think that's good. But when you say that it's not good, so again, always finding something to argue about. You seem like, because what's the issue with him saying this?
I would argue with you certainly about your take on Eddie saying he will know if he can't take the club any further, and he'll go. And you're saying that shouldn't be down to him. That shouldn't be down to him. Well, in exactly that situation, with Bobby Robson, who won only 3 games of his last 10 in charge at Newcastle, finishing up with the first 3 in 2004-05, when we lost a 2-0 lead to Norwich 4-2, would beaten the mighty Huddersfield Town 2-0 at home, but got beat 1-0 away at Fulham, and that was following defeats at Middlesbrough, Leeds, and Man United. The board then decided it was time for him to go, albeit they decided it on the back of the stadium turning, which it did massively at the time, and I was involved in that absolutely, because I was fed up with the finish the previous season and start that season, and that's why I've learned me lesson. Be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, but just because he did, again, man, you what came after Robson was absolutely rubbish until the takeover. So you can't blame that on sacking Robson, man. Or you can argue, yeah, we should have kept him. Sure, why not? But every bad decision that happened after, it's not justified because or correlate to the sacking of Bobby Robson. Why is that? Why do the two correlate?
Live on YouTube, on the website,
on DAB, and on your smart speaker. NUFC Talk Radio.